And what is the problem? They have a sick child, their housing is inadequate, at least one sick child. Their housing is inadequate, sometimes they don't have running water, it's unsafe, there's...
They have money for the transportation to come back to the hospital, to continue the treatment.
They have psychiatric problems, they have legal issues.
Problem, domestic violence, it's raining inside the house.
Yeah.
So I think what Saude Crianca brought to the world as new is because I think many years ago, human rights and medical care, they used to come together.
Yeah.
There's no medical care if you don't have human rights together.
Right.
So what Saude Crianca brings to the world is to link healthcare and human rights, in a very good way, And
it's a 2-year program, right? It's not a quick fix.
It was not easy to build this methodology.
Yeah.
It took us like 15 years and a lot of help.
Yeah.
To really understand how we can take people from misery to dignity, and to be self-sustainable.
Yeah.
And our family action, I used to say that it's a two-way road, because the volunteers, they are not here because they are good persons. Of course they are good persons, but they are here because they earn a lot.
Yeah.
And what's the payment for the volunteer? Is to change their values.
Yeah.
You change mindset of people, And I don't
Rogerio was telling me that he talked to a mother to volunteer, and she said, "This is not my day to come here, but I just needed to come here today. I was like in my usual mode of, cocktail parties, and it doesn't mean anything to me, but when I'm here, I have this meaning." Right? Oh.
Bill Drayton, a Ashoka founder, he used to say there was, many years ago, there's the environment movement. People talk about environment many years ago, more than 30, 40 years ago, And there is the feminist, feminist movement.
Yeah.
The women start to earn money and they change the role in society.
Right.
But Bill Drayton keeps saying that has to have a young movement. People that are very young, in the 20s, the 30s, they have to have values. They have to have another kind of engagement, purpose in society. What do you think about that?
I think that's right. Like I was talking at lunch today with this student that's doing it. She says everybody wants a purpose, and you just have to awaken it. They have purpose, But as a student, I'm too busy. I'm this. But I do think and she was saying, everybody always talks about the generation of the 70s and the movements and this and the 60s, and she says, what about our movement? It may not be flowers and rifles from the war, but our movement is that we need to make a difference in this world. This is a 23-year-old student, And I think everybody, I always say, I'm embarrassed that it took me so long to act on what really fulfills me. And the reality is that I think our youth today is much more engaged and much wants that purpose earlier. So I have a lot of hope. And you look at all the social entrepreneurs in Ashoka, how many young people are just starting out with a vision to make a difference. And I think that's
the future.
That's my work is working with CEOs to understand that they have to take their passion and make a difference. I feel really confident about the young people. I feel confident about the work that Saude Crianca is doing, because I know